Mike, how you doing?
Doing great, Mr. Cortina. How you doing, sir?
Welcome to the show. So, you're going to do the hardest to date ethical hunter challenge because it's not your rifle
Not my rifle.
and you're not shooting prone because the weeds are so tall. And this was just a last minute thing. He's traveling and he said, hey, can I stop by? I'm like, you know what? Sure. However, the weeds are so tall, you're going to have to shoot off the ground. So off the bipod it is. And I mean tripod. And he said, yeah, no problem. So he's going to try it.
I'm willing to try. Hit or miss. I can't thank you enough. And I do want to tell this one little short story real fast. Back in your Texas Barn Dominium days, my wife and I would watch the show every Sunday. That was our Sunday morning thing. I was drinking coffee.
Uh-huh.
And you were talking about the epoxy floors.
Okay.
And you went into your shop.
Right.
And you were panning around talking about the floor and this and that. And I go, he's a shooter. You had not outed yourself yet, but I don't remember what it was I saw, but there was something in there that said, he's a shooter.
You got it right.
Okay, so I am ready to start, sir.
So you're going to be shooting the Solus, Aero Precision Solus 6.5 Creedmoor. Collis K525 scope. It's got an Atlas bipod that really doesn't matter today because you're not going to be using it.
Counterbalance.
Yeah, you're going to be shooting off the Really Right Stuff tripod. And what else? Burger 130 grain. Easy tuner brake. Other than that, it's a pretty factory setup.
Since this is a very strange rifle to me, may I be indulged with a couple of dry fires?
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Very good.
All right. That's it. We're going to see if he can hit it. By the way, you're a pistol guy. That is your thing.
I'm a pistol shooter.
The half-mile sniper is a pistol guy. Comments below. Do you guys want to see him do an 880-yard shot with a pistol? If they say no, then you don't have to do it.
I would try.
It's that simple. If they
try.
say no, then you're off the hook.
When I can,
In the meantime,
I can find an 880-yard steel plate target to shoot with my pistol, I will give it a try.
In the meantime, it's 500 yards with a 6.5 Creedmoor. Easy peasy. 1 MOA target.
Supposed to be.
Why we were shooting off a tripod with a sandbag on top instead of clamping the tripod directly to the Arca rail on the rifle. Well, the answer to that is it didn't fit. I don't know why. I need to look into it, but the tripod wouldn't clamp on the Arca rail, so that's why we had to use a sandbag on top.
Okay, we're going to try a couple of dry fires here just to get the feel for the gun. Whoa! You'd said you'd adjusted the trigger.
I did. Is it adjusted? Is it light?
It's a little lighter than I'm used to, but I think it'll help. I hope it'll help. One more.
Ready? All right. I'm going to put an empty mag in there. You know what? That mag's going to get in your way. So we're just going to single feed this bad boy. People are wondering if you can single feed the Solus.
You can. You just have to take your time.
We'll just find out. People were asking about that, so I think that's going to answer their question. Ready when you are.
Yes, sir. I backed the zoom down to 10.
Whatever you need. Yep, you can, as you guys can see, you can hand feed it or single feed it, no problem. Oh, so close.
Yeah, it looks like about 3 inches high and left.
No, you are like an inch off to the left.
Really?
It is.
So that's another splash or a bolt that I see?
That's a bolt that you're looking at. Clear the gun, please. All right, that was an amazing shot. I will give you that.
Thank you.
Technically, yes, according to the rules, that was a miss. But that, yes, I know. Had that been a real deer and had this been a real scenario, that deer would be dead. Yes, I get that. However, that's not the name of the game.
A miss is a miss.
Having said that, well, you're a competition shooter.
Yes, sir.
Right? That's
Yes.
a miss.
That is a miss. That
Okay,
is not the 10 ring, not the X
Correct.
ring.
So that's out of the way. That was an excellent shot from a tripod, from a sandbag,
On a strange gun.
on a strange gun. That was an amazing shot. I'm going to give him that.
I guarantee that heart would be jelly.
Well, yes, but
But it's still the
Mike,
miss.
We're past that. We're past that.
But I want my venison, dang it.
That was a great shot. Now, did you hold for wind?
No,
Oh, just
I'm not really feeling but the slightest of breeze.
yeah,
I held as close to center as I could. I tried to ignore the arc of motion.
yeah. So there was a little wobble.
I was dialed down to 10 power,
Yeah.
which took away a lot of the arc of motion, but there was still arc of motion there.
But I tell you, that's a great shot.
Thank you.
That's a great shot.
I
Mike,
appreciate that.
Thank you.
I
thank
really
you.
appreciate you indulging me. You know what? Your gun, same thing. Go for it.
I got everything to lose on this shot.
Pistol shooter against an F-class shooter.
You know I have everything to lose on this deal.
And I've got match jitters.
Yeah, do you? You were talking about that.
Yes, I have match jitters right now. Look at my hand.
Why is that?
It's like this big.
Yeah. So, you do competitions.
Yes.
And even like you talk about, you have match jitters right now. It is not an easy shot, guys. It is. That's why I keep emphasizing. He made an amazing shot. That is a great shot.
I would equate the match jitters I feel right now to early onset buck fever.
Yes. Good. That's what we want. All right. You think I should try it?
I think you should.
All right. I'm gonna give it a try.
Your turn, sir.
All right. No pressure. I am gonna run with a mag. I'm still gonna single feed for you guys so you can see. Sun's kind of came up now. It's in my eyes. The deer's already spooked because it's been shot at once already. Let's see how many more excuses I can come up with before I take the shot.
So on this shot, I decided to go with what we call free recoil. Free recoil is when you set the rifle on the prop, and then you have the most minimum amount of input from the shooter. What you want is just squeeze the trigger and let the rifle just sit there, let it recoil, and you want to put your shoulder really close to the butt pad, but not touch it. And if you're touching it, I mean, it's just the most slight amount of touch, because you don't want to influence the rifle. If it's just sitting there, it's not moving, right? It was so wobbly that I decided to go with that route. Now, I've done it with my PRS rifle many times. It works well, but it's a really heavy rifle with a light trigger. On this rifle, the rifle was too light and the trigger was too heavy for this application. And that's why, as I would squeeze the trigger, I could see the rifle kind of moving. That's why I was having such a hard time.
Incredibly tough shot off a tripod, off a sandbag. Here we go. It won't go.
Don't hold your breath.
This trigger's too heavy. Yes.
Ooh. Gut shot.
So there you have it. These were the consequences. As I squeezed on that trigger, the rifle moves to the right. I miss right. Again, wrong technique. It's on me. I mean, this is not an excuse. I'm just trying to tell you what happened, because I believe this is a very good learning experience. It was for me. But anyway, be careful. Practice, practice, practice. before you attempt a shot like this?
Oh man. Okay, there it is. It's crazy. I think it comes from the uncertainty.
Take a look at your hit. Right across the belly to the right.
Oh really? I was that far off?
Yeah.
Wow.
You let the arc of motion get to you on that one.
It was the wobble zone was inside of the circle. That trigger is way too heavy for that. Now I got to do another one.
And that's funny because I find it way too light.
Well, it's what you're used to, right?
Very true.
Yeah. So yeah, 500 yards, extremely difficult shot, especially if you're going to be doing it off of backpack or anything other than prone. God, it is so wobbly.
Now for my second shot, knowing what I know now that free recoiling doesn't work, I went ahead and just grabbed that rifle. You can see it's pushing into my shoulder. I'm kind of pulling it into me. I'm using a lot more input from me, and I'm trying to stabilize it with my body this time. And you should be able to tell how things are looking different here.
There you go. That was an impact.
There it is. Is it doable? Absolutely. Look how far I missed the first one. And I'm not, it's reality, guys. Can I do it? Yes. Can I do it 100% of the time from an unstable position? No.
If I can maintain my wobble in the right zone, we'll be all right, I think. But it's not easy at all.
Now, what is your hobby, Clay?
PRS.
Oh, so this should be right up your alley.
Oh yeah, that trigger's heavy.
All right, Clay, send it. One shot. Next shot.
That is
Right?
Match jitters.
It just gets you.
it's always the longer you think about something like that.
Think long, think wrong.
That's right. Man, I've sat in a deer blind a lot of times, and you see that deer that walks out that you want to shoot, but you haven't committed to it. And man, the longer you think about shooting that deer, the worse it gets. And that is exactly what happened right there. I was trying to just really think about that shot, and dude, I could see my heartbeat was calm when I started my trigger pull, and by the time I got to the break, it was like doom, doom, doom.
Yeah, you mentioned think long, shoot wrong.
Yeah.
One of the things I've observed, the best shooters have that ability to block everything out and only think about, in my case, front sight and trigger squeeze. In your case, reticle, ignore the motion, trigger squeeze. You, PRS, well, you hit them in the neck. I don't know.
Yeah, it works. It works.
It works.
I know you don't load your bipod. I slightly load mine. It's the way we do it.
Right.
I just lean into it a little bit, let the gun sit here, and try to not do this.
Right.
And that comes from pistol shooting.
Right.
You don't want your fingers changing anything. This, doing off the tripod, strange gun, the premise was my gun broke and we're out hunting. I'm borrowing somebody's. Well, I can get a hit. It wasn't on the dot, but it would have been a kill shot. And looking in your scope, it's really the center of that impact is only about that far off the dot.
Now, the real question is, if you were out in a real hunting scenario where that's a real deer and this is the setup that you have, would you attempt that shot?
No, because too many unknowns.
Correct. And
I had the advantage because I saw you shoot this rifle. I saw you shoot a 3-inch group at 500 yards.
it shoots.
It shoots. That's when I said, there's the idea.
Yeah, so that's the real question. Same thing for me. Would I attempt that on a deer from this setup? Probably not. I would find
I would call it about
alternate-
200 yards
alternate
tops.
setup. Why? Because you guys just saw why. My wobble zone was never that large. But then there's a lot that happens from the time that you tell your brain send it to the time that your trigger actually presses the trigger. Now, for me, that trigger felt, you guys saw that. I was loading that trigger, and just never let go. Because I'm used to 1-ounce triggers. You're used to heavier triggers.
Probably about 3 pounds.
So that was way too light for you, or it was light for you, it was heavy for me. The point is, it's what you're used to. Now, if I practice with that rifle all the time with this setup, I'm sure I'll get better at it, which is the name of the game. The plan is I would have to be very confident and make that shot over and over and over before I would attempt it. The other thing is, there's hardly any wind today. Add wind to the equation. It's overcast. The sun was in my face. I waited for it to.
Yep.
If this was a real hunting scenario,
You wouldn't have that
I
opportunity.
wouldn't have that option. So, anyway, I think we beat this horse to death enough. It's a tough shot, guys. He made an excellent shot. That's all I can do. All I can say, congratulations, Mike. Great shot. And thanks for giving me a redemption second shot.
It's the least I could do. It's the least I could do.
Mike, thanks for stopping by.
Mr. Cortina, I appreciate it.
Eric, you can call me Eric.
Yes, sir, Eric. And for all my people, y'all know where to find me. Half Mile Sniper. Remember, stay strapped or get clapped. Carry everywhere you can. Get a CCW if you need one. Constitution carry state, get a CCW anyways. You may travel. Until next time, y'all stay safe. Keep shooting. We'll catch you next time.
Keep them centered.
Hot damn.
All right.
That is a great shooting rifle.
Yeah, thank you.
Tonight I'm feeling me, gonna make an ugly scene. Tonight I'm feeling me.